Hey guys, so I have been getting a ton of requests, so thank you, but my main request is how do you highlight and contour? So I decided to just do a video just on highlighting and contouring. I had already done my eyes, so you can just see what you can do after you apply your eye makeup, whether it's what I did today or whatever you want to do. But at least this way you get more of an in-depth how to go in and find the right color and go in and highlight and where to contour, because that is a problem a lot of people have. So I hope this video helps. If it does, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more videos, and comment below if there's anything else that you want to see or any other questions, because I will get back to you guys. I hope you guys have a great day and please enjoy. So let's get started. Because I've already done my eyes, I'm just going to go right in and we're going to do the foundation and our contouring and our highlighting. So I always like to start off, as usual, with a good foundation primer. This is by Merle Norman. I'm just going to use my hands for this. Now I'm going to go in with our lasting foundation. This is in color Sesame. Again, I'm just going to use the back of my hands. That way I can control the amount of product that I use. And always remember with your foundation to bring it down below your chin, below your jawline. That way the color really blends in and you don't end up with a horrible line around your face. Because whether you're coming off of summer or whatever the case is, sometimes you have a little bit more color at times than others during the season, so at least you can just fan it all down and make sure it all blends in. Alright, so then I'm going to go in with our dual action concealer. This is in color medium light neutral. Again, I'm just going to put a little bit on the back of my hands. I'm going to apply with a concealer brush at first. And because I've already done my eyes, which I typically do first, I'm just going a little bit below. And then what I'm going to do is in through here, because I've already done my eye, is just lightly bring it up a little bit and lightly bring it up a little bit. That way I can clean up that line that I've already done. Now I'm going to go in with my Beauty Blender, which is probably one of my favorite tools to use. We're just going to blend it out and down, pushing it into the skin. And up. Now, you could do one of two things. You can go in with a darker foundation. So this was the color that I used. And that's the color you can go in for your contour, or you can go in with a more cream based, which is darker, or if you don't want to do that, my suggestion is to go in with a powder, but I can show you that part. So today I'm just going to do a little bit more of a contour just because I want my makeup to be a little bit more dramatic today. So this is in color Sun Beige, still sticking with the lasting foundation. I personally just like it for myself. What you can do to kind of map out where you're going to go, and this is going to look crazy at first, but there is a method. So with contouring, you want it to look like everything is being sunk in or drawing attention away from the face. So with most contouring, we always see it go in through the jawline. That's to make our face look skinny. Me in particular, I have just a little bit larger of a forehead. So I'm just gonna go right around my hairline and just scoop my forehead. Then I'm gonna bring it down and almost mapping it out so you guys can see where it goes. I typically don't do this on a regular, but so you guys can see how you're gonna map out where to contour, this is why I'm doing it. So you're gonna go almost from where your hairline is and your ear. You're gonna feel where your cheekbone is and bring it all the way down. You're not gonna go in too far. A good indicator is almost the middle of your eye. Then you're gonna take that same point and just bring it down a little bit below your jawline. This is gonna make our jaws look like they're a little bit more of a chiseled effect as opposed to, you know, some of us might need a little bit more help than others, but this does help. So we're just gonna bring it down again, jaw down. So it's basically, we're creating a number 3 on our face. Then you can go in, if you choose, completely up to you. And you can do your nose a little bit. I find that sometimes for the first time people are doing it, a liquid is just a little bit easier to blend as opposed to just going in with a powder that's, you know, a lot darker at first, and then you're just trying to fan everything out and blend. And if your husband's anything like mine, he's gonna be yelling at you that you're taking too long. So now I'm just gonna finish this off by taking my Beauty Blender again. And just lightly fanning this out. And I'm dabbing where it is. I'm not trying to spread it too much. That's why I kept it isolated to those areas and almost just painted them on. But I'm just, if you can see, I'm just dabbing in through there. Now again, you can choose to do it this way, or you can do it with a powder base. See what works for you. Okay. Now, for every good foundation, I always like to finish it off with a powder. That way I'm setting everything in. My skin does better if I just put a powder base over top. That way I'm blending everything in to each other. And I always contour or highlight after I do my powder, just because typically my powder foundation is my skin tone, so I want to make sure that I'm not covering over everything that I just got done doing. And this is the Ultra Powder Foundation in Ultra Neutral. Again, using Merle Norman today. Perfect. And again, with my powder, blending everything back down. I'm going to go back in. I am the kind of person, I like to contour before I highlight. That way my highlight, I'm not making anything muddy by mixing too dark of a color over top of too light of a color. So what I'm going to do is use this blush brush by Merle Norman, and this is in color Nutmeg, again using the Ultra Powder Foundation. You can get a contour kit. I just like using my powders because I know the coverage and I know the color. I like a little bit more of a warm color when I'm doing my my contouring. So again, just going where we did our original lines. We're just going to use light circular strokes at first. And if you're choosing to do the liquid and then, like I'm doing, following through with a powder, you don't need a ton of powder after this. And you can barely see the powder on there. So I'm not using a ton, but that way we've already kind of mapped out where we wanted to contour. Now we're just kind of going in and filling everything back in. Then I'm going to take a small little brush. Sometimes I can use this for my eyeshadow, but I'm just going to go real lightly and just powder back over my nose where I did a little bit of that contour. When you contour the sides of your nose, if you choose to, this is going to make your nose appear, if you do the bottom, A, shorter, and B, skinnier. So you're just going to go over that. I'm just going to dab this off. And I'm just going to drag it back down. Again, using light, light, light strokes. You don't want anything too crazy when you're doing this because you don't want it to go back into where your concealer is and back into where you're going to apply your highlight. And I just happen to break my nose, so in through here it's a lot thicker than what I had growing up, but I broke my nose in high school and it has never been the same, so. Alright, so I'm just going to take my little beauty blender and just dab everything out. Alright, now I'm just going to do a little bit of blush. This is in color Marvelous. It just happens to be my go-to favorite color. It gives me just enough pigment, but it's a little bit more subdued. And I'm just going to go right above where I put the contour and right into that contour and a little bit above. And I'm almost just kind of fanning it down. That way I'm blending it in. But again, I'm not going too high where I'm going to be putting my highlight. Now for my highlight, I love the Morphe palette. I love how I used it in through my eyes and in through the corners. I love this palette. I do. You can tell these are two of my favorite colors, but I also broke them. So anyway, what I'm going to do is go in with a little bit of the gold, and then this is going to have a little bit more warmth to it. So I'm going to mix these two together. Just real lightly fan up. You don't want to do too much of a highlighter because you don't want to look like a strobe light. Don't want to look like a strobe light. So what you're going to do is just go a little bit. Typically it's in through the upper part of your cheekbone, and then you can do the tip of your nose in through here. You can also go in with a lighter tone when you're doing your highlight. I'm just getting a little bit on my forehead. Because with a highlight, we're drawing everything in. Your eye wants to see the highlight. It's things that are going to pop. Your eyes are going to pop. Your cheekbone's going to pop. And then it's going to draw it back in and make us look super skinny and super sleek. Yeah. I went there. So I'm just typing off the light access in through here. And I'm just getting that very, very light tone. I'm going to go above my lip. I barely have any. And I want them to pop. You can just do a little bit over the Cupid's bow. Alright. And the good thing about this palette is you do have more of a yellow tone and more of a skin tone base. So if you do want to go up underneath the eye, they're not going to have that shimmer like everything else does. So you can go in and just kind of lightly fill everything back in. And again, I'm just taking my big powder brush, just blending everything in, because all know with good makeup, you blend, 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 blend. Now I'm just going to finish off with the Pro Pencil Plus. Again, because I'm doing more of a fall look, I'm going to go in with the sparkling wine. And the good thing is this side has a liner and a color, so you can make this into whatever you want. I mean, seriously, look at this color. Again, sparkling wine is my new favorite fall color for more of that pop and that sauciness. I love it. Love it for date night, but TJ doesn't like it when I kiss him because it gets all over his face. He get over it, right? Alright, so I hope you guys love this tutorial. Please give it a thumbs up and comment and share and subscribe, because if you do, that way you can see more of my videos coming to you. I'm going to be posting a ton, trust me, but that way you can see more makeup looks, more hair looks. They will be coming soon. So I hope you guys enjoy this one, and I hope it does help. Please, if there's anything else you want to see, just comment below, send me a private message, and I will do it for you. Have a good day, guys.